Hey guys, so I have been waiting on a package for a few days from Amazon. The company that I work for, um, they reward us with points, this point system called AwardCo. And we get to spend those points on Amazon products. So I've been saving up my points for a little while since they started this program. And I got a message the other day that I had points in my AwardCo account. And I was like, I didn't see anything before that I just thought I needed to have. So I thought, I'll go on and look again. What's something on my Amazon wish list that I might be able to find and order through this point system? And I was like, I wonder what kind of canning stuff they have. And they had tons of stuff. Pressure canners, water bath canners, you could buy jars, you could buy cookbooks, other stuff. And I was so excited, and I was like, here's 3 things that are on my Amazon wish list right now that I can get free and not, I have Amazon Prime, but I can get these and have free shipping too. So, I went ahead and I ordered 3 things, and I've been waiting patiently for 3 days. Today's Thursday, and I ordered these things like late Monday evening before I got off work. So they came today. I was actually waiting on FedEx for 2 reasons. One, to bring my Amazon order, and the other to bring my Humera. So I actually had 2 FedEx stops today. One in a truck that brought my Amazon order, and then like an hour and a half later, they finally showed up with my Humera order, which is good because I'm due for a shot tomorrow. And I was going to film like right beside my front door. Everyone knows I live in an apartment. But as soon as I got my tripod out and like moved my chair over and brought my Amazon package outside, I had a lurky neighbor. So he keeps looking down here at me like I'm crazy. So I'm just going to film down here until he goes back inside like a normal person, because it's a really pretty day. It's almost 6 o'clock, and still have lots of sunlight. And now that I feel like actually getting dressed and coming out of the house, I'm happy. And you might ask why I was so excited about canning stuff, because we talked about this in a team meeting the other day. They were like, oh, everybody's got AwardCo points, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, and they had canning stuff. And everyone thought I was weird because they're ordering, electronics and stuff like that. But I was so excited. So while I was sick and bedridden for like 6 to 8 weeks, I watched a lot of YouTube, like normal people do, right? Came across several homesteading channels, and that's something that I've thought about for a while. Not necessarily like full-blown homesteading, but being more self-sustained. So living a more sustainable lifestyle. Really wanting to have a garden just so I know where the food is grown, what goes into it. Because when you're getting stuff at the grocery store, not trying to knock grocery stores, but you don't know. The food comes from like overseas, especially produce and things like that, and it has a long journey. So who knows what happens to it between there and here, and what happened to it before it got on that slow boat. So pesticides, chemicals, all of that stuff, it's not good for you. So I just want to and not only just that, but also, because you spend a lot at the grocery store, and if you can grow your vegetables, or the end goal would be meat as well. I'm not a vegetarian, but all the things that you can do for yourself, it's just, I want to get back to a simpler life. So that's been on my mind for a while, but I had not really gotten serious about it until I started reading a lot while I was sick, and watching a lot of homesteader videos. A lot of homesteaders have YouTube channels. So I was kind of getting inspired by that, and I want to set a goal. So within the next year, I would like to have a piece of property. And my 3-year goal would be that we are growing at least 75%, 80% of our meat and consumables. Growing things, having livestock, or at least getting locally where we know where it came from. So that's my goal right now. And a big part of homesteading is not only a garden's going to get you through the summer, but you also have to get through the fall and the winter when you're not really in growing months or early spring. So you have to learn to preserve. So I do have a food saver vacuum sealer, and things that can be frozen will be frozen. So canning is the other way to preserve. So I gotta learn to can. Gotta learn to make more things. So got my canning cookbooks, and I got my canning kit, and I have a large stock pot that I can do water bath canning in. So my next goal would be pressure canning. So I'm going to open up my Amazon box because I've had it, I had it for a couple hours now, and I haven't opened it up, and I'm really excited even though I know what's in it. This weekend is Mother's Day. Next weekend is the Strawberry Festival. So I think my first canning venture may be homemade strawberry jam, if I can get my hands on some good strawberries. So I've never been to the Strawberry Festival. I would really like to maybe vlog a little bit of that. Now that I'm feeling good and I'm going to get back to posting regularly, I'm not going to do a lot of vlogs. It's not my style, but I may do that just because I've never been and I'm kind of excited about it. So let's get to my unboxing. Okay, so Fred wouldn't go inside, and I didn't want to vlog while he was staring at me, so I came back inside. We are in my dining room / office. Don't mind the mess. And here is it is a lot. There's a lot of stuff on my desk. I work better in chaos. And you see that I put up my hair because it was driving me nuts. But here's my Amazon box. And I didn't know that it said free 2-hour grocery delivery from Whole Foods. You have to check on that to see if they do that in my area. We do have a Whole Foods. It's like 30 miles away from the town that I live in. So it's possible. I know that they just started Instacart here in my zip code, so I haven't used that service, but I've heard a lot of people say that they really like it. Okay. So when I started watching YouTubers that were talking about canning, and I asked my grandmother, she said the Ball is the, that's the top people for canning. So everyone recommends Ball mason jars or Kerr. I know that my grandmother also has a Kerr cookbook. So this is the first one, and I know it's probably going to be backwards. Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving 400 Delicious and Creative Recipes for Today. And I'm pretty sure that this is the one that my grandma has. I could be wrong. It could be the one before. The covers look a little, they're kind of similar. This one came out, it says text copyright 2006 and 2012. But I plan on looking through here and bookmarking some great recipes and hopefully a really good jam recipe for the Strawberry Festival. So that is the first thing I got. And I will, actually, these items are still on my Amazon wish list, which will be linked below. I'll also put a link for everything that I got from Amazon down below. This one is the all-new Ball Book of Canning and Preserving. Over 350 of the best canned, jammed, pickled and preserved recipes. And these are, I mean, they're pretty thick. This is like an inch thick. And this one is too. This, now that I look at this, there is some, like, great pictures in here too. These are marmalades. Strawberry jam. Okay, so strawberry jam, page 8. I'll remember that. But this book, the like suggested price back here is $22.99, and this one doesn't have this. Oh, $22.95 for this one and $22.99 for this one. So that's the suggested price. And then the other thing that I got was, now they had one that was made by Ball and they had one that was unbranded, and then they had this Presto one. The reason that I decided on the Presto one, they were all the same points value, so I assume, what is my hair doing? I assume they would all run about the same price if you were purchasing them, but this one had a timer. So it's a 7-piece canning kit made by Presto, which I think is the pressure canner that my grandmother has. I think it's a Presto, and I know that her regular pressure cooker is a Presto. So that's, you know, it's still a brand that's been around for a while. This 6-piece accessory kit includes tools for 7 essential home canning needs. So it has a bubble remover, which is essentially a stick to make sure you have no air bubbles. And on the other end of that, there's a magnetic lid lifter, because some recipes, they recommend that you boil the lids first to heat them up so they get a better seal. So it has a magnetic thing so you don't burn your little fingers. Canning funnel jar lifter, so you can put it down in the hot water and lift it out once it's done. A jar wrench, so that would be to take off the bands that hold on the lids. And then it has some kitchen tongs, because who doesn't need another set of kitchen tongs? I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to attempt to open it up so I can show you everything. And then after I go to the Strawberry Festival, which I think is the 19th, look at my calendar, the 18th. So after I go to the Strawberry Festival and I get all those strawberries home, then I do want to attempt some strawberry jam. And I painted my nails and they looked all great, and I sliced the corner of this one off with a vegetable peeler at lunch today. And then I got that one caught in my hair and pulled all the polish off. I just went back to work this Monday, and I think that's why my nails are so long, is because I haven't been on my keyboard in so long. So I knew they wouldn't last very long. I'll probably cut them down later. It was nice for a few days while it lasted. Really. Okay. So this is the magnetic lid lifter, and the other end is kind of looks like a plastic knife, but you just kind of slide it down in the edges and down in the middle to make sure that there are no air bubbles, so you get your level, the right level down from the top of the jar. And there is the canning funnel, and it looks like it's small enough to go in a small mouth jar, so that's good. I can use it with either. And then what do they call? I know what I'll call them, but it's probably the jar lifter. I would probably call it jar tongs. But you'll pick up your jar like this when you put it into the water bath or into your pressure canner, or when the jar is hot, once it's done, then you can use this to take it out so you don't burn your fingers. Here are basic kitchen tongs. And then this kind of looks like a nutcracker, but this is like a rubber or a silicone. So this you would put around the jar to take off the lid to open your jars back up, because you only want to put the bands, you put on the flat or the lid, and then you put the band on, but you only do it hand tight. So I would assume that this is not for tightening, but for undoing, loosening, removing. There you go. And this is your digital timer. So normally I use a smoke alarm. I heard that's not a good thing, so now I have a timer. And then there's just some instructions in here. That's how you clean the jar tongs. And then this just tells what each item does, which is on the box. So that's that. So, video to come soon. I do have DIY projects. I know that's why most of you guys end up here is DIY projects. So I do have several projects that I started a while back and just was too sick to finish. So I do have videos that I am trying to get either finished or filmed or edited so I can get some videos up and get back on a regular schedule. This stuff won't go back in the box, y'all. It won't go. I don't know how they got it in there. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Alright. So anyways, come back soon after the Strawberry Festival so you can watch me probably fail at making jam. And I'm gonna try bread. I don't know how that's gonna go. It might go horribly wrong. But I'm gonna try that too. So come back for that, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.